outcomes in many sectors. There is no excuse for this, and we simply have to do better. As has been said here evidently, and as I made a commitment, there are three fundamental issues that inform this particular assertion. Number one, we made a commitment that we are going to analyze and frame all the remaining functions that are still being discharged by national government and transfer them to the counties. I am very happy that between the national government and the transition, the committee that is responsible for that job and the other stakeholders, we have finally agreed on the functions that should be transferred. An analysis is going on the funding that will accompany the transfer of those functions. And I am told that in the next 60 days, we should be able to transfer all the remaining functions to our counties. Number two, as was said by the Council of Chair of the Council of Governors, being a strong believer in devolution and having made a commitment that we will do what is possible to make sure that we try to the extent possible to keep to the timelines of disbursing money that is due to counties. Two things have happened. Unlike last financial year, where we crossed the year with about 30 billion due to counties, this year, I did make sure that every cent that was meant for counties was paid before we closed the books for last year. And again, we have paid the July allocation on time. I intend, to the extent possible, to keep to this schedule so that counties can manage their issues, deliver on their mandate, serve the people at the grassroots, roll out their programs, implement their projects in a timely manner and in a way that benefits people at the grassroots. It is for the reason that I have managed to do that with my administration. We also gave a commitment to support the bottom-up economic transformation agenda by promoting stronger performance at grassroots through collaboration with county governments and enhancing the equitable allocation of the county governments from 370 billion in the 2022-2023 financial year to 385.4 billion in 2023-2024 financial year. The Equalization Fund was also allocated 8.3 billion, an increase of 1.2 billion in the same period. We made a firm commitment to the people of Kenya to strengthen devolution by implementing specific interventions. First, we undertook to transfer all the functions, as I have said. Second, we pledged to implement a framework that ensures national agencies carry out devolved or shared mandates, operate a funding followed functions principle with respect to devolved functions, which I have said we will roll out in the next 2 months. Additionally, we promised to support county governments in improving their capacity to generate their own income and reduce over-reliance of transfers from the national government. I will speak to that later. Further, we vowed to ensure that shareable revenue is transferred to counties in a timely and predictable manner and in accordance with the law. Finally, we undertook to transfer funds owed to beneficiary counties under the Mining 2016 and the Petroleum 2019 Acts, and to collaborate with counties to increase the capacity of such counties to benefit from extractive resources. Money that I have instructed to be disbursed this year. We recognize that the bottom-up economic transformation agenda will achieve its highest potential and lift up the highest number of people if we focus thoroughly on collaboration with county governments in order to empower them as the stewards of development at the grassroots, or at the bottom, as it were. I recognize the merit in demands for increased allocation of shareable revenue to counties. I also realize that even if devolution is, by law, a two-tier affair, it should, in practice, reach the lowest and smallest possible unit of political organization. Under the principle of subsidiarity, the ward must in time become a central driver of bottom-up economic transformation. I am also in support of taking devolution to its fullest extent. I thank the Council of Governors for the well-organized format of this conference, and I know the Chair has mentioned two other things apart from what I have mentioned: the issue of making county assemblies truly independent and financially so. I think that is an aspiration, and that is a concept that I share, and we will work with the necessary stakeholders and institutions to make sure that the Senate provides the framework for the independence of our county assemblies so that they can have their independent votes. I know a matter has been also raised about salaries and allowances. That is a very difficult one, I must admit, because the balance is between increasing the salaries of those of us who have jobs or creating opportunities for the 4 or 5 million who do not have a job. That is the conversation we must have. So it is quite a balance, you agree. So hapo iko kizungumkuti kidogo na tutaongea. What I want to promise you is that we are going to work with all the institutions, because I have requested SRC to give us a proper advisory